So Marlon Wayans had to kind of clap back on this. He says, just to be clear, I think this was on Instagram or something like that. Just to be clear, he's showing that because it wasn't getting good reception. 28% on Rotten Tomatoes from I think this one is the critical reviewer or whatever, accredited reviewer. Like these are professional reviewers or something like that. 60% on the popcorn meter is like from people that go and buy tickets and then come back. Then he shows White Chicks and shows that White Chicks has 15% on the tomato meter, 55% on the popcorn meter. Says, just to be clear, I respect critics. Their job is to critique. I respect their work. It shapes our industry. But an opinion does not always mean it's everyone's opinion. Some movies are ahead of the curve. Innovation is not always embraced, and art is to be interpreted. And it's subjective. I've had a career of making classic movies that weren't critically received, and those movies went on to be classics. So don't take anyone's opinion. Just go see for yourself. Love to all. Him in theaters now. I guess he put some other movies on there because it looks like Don't Be a Menace is also up there. And I guess he has a bunch of other movies as well.
I want to say he used Scary Movie as a example too. Scary Movie had bad like reviews and critiques. I will say that is true. Like he's not lying. You should go judge the movie for yourself. You should not see that it got a whatever percent on Rotten Tomatoes or it got whatever score and be like, oh well, yeah, the movie's bad. The movie sucks because it got bad review scores, right? Right? Like you haven't seen the movie. Go see it. I heard people say it was bad. I'm not calling it bad because I haven't seen it. I'm gonna see it first, then make my judgment. But I knew people were gonna call it mid. Like I knew that was gonna happen. But he's right.
I gotta give some pushback. And this is the premise of like the whole argument. While I understand what he's saying, critic culture runs this world. Like this is the way that things go. Stuff is too high. People have less trust and less patience. There's too many options. And so not saying that you have to appeal to them because I know that there's like a way to game these things. But criticism culture runs this world right now. Movie tickets are how much did you spend, Sage? Or did she buy the tickets?
She. How much did I
Wait, you drove 40 minutes to see this by yourself?
You know what I'm saying, man?
Alright, gang, I ain't gonna lie.
You know what I'm saying, man?
No, but how much do you think you spent for real?
Probably like 40. Snacks included 50. Like I said.
Did you go by yourself for real?
I got a sheet right now. I'm checking.
No, did you go with somebody else? Did you go with somebody else?
That one with the guy, man.
I see that smile. No, you went with some hugs.
The only reason why I'm thinking you spent $40 by yourself. I'm like, what?
Nah. If I went $40 by myself, I was at one of them theaters that got the drinks. I ain't do all that.
And some head. Like, whoa, that's crazy.
Man, none of that.
No, yeah, the idea of spending like that much money on it, that stuff matters. That stuff matters. Everybody today is doing so much more research and they have little wiggle room to just go out and experience, right? I have less time. I have less money. I have less energy to be pissed off. I'm already pissed off at the world. The last thing I want to do is spend an hour and some change of my time watching something that's going to piss me off. I need to at least know that there is like borderline okay news about this movie.
Wait, so you care about reviews and the critic ratings for movies? Like before you go see one, that's one of the things that you look at to determine if you want to watch a movie?
I care about reviews for everything. And I think that's where the conversation really opens up to. Because this notion of like, yeah, the review is just a review. Like go experience it for yourself. Gang, I don't have the bandwidth to do that. I don't think a lot of people have the bandwidth to do that.
Watch the games, man. I don't know, man.
Watch the games that's like, is crazy.
I get what you're saying too. Like, I'm not gonna act obtuse about it, but like, I don't know that because technically, like, even in the sports realm, like,
wait, you're rich though. I want you to know that. I just want to put that out there. I do want to put that.
What does that have to do with anything?
It's just a point. It's a fair point.
What? Okay. Anyways, I think we criticize people that get like all of their opinions from like Twitter like from certain people on Twitter when it comes to basketball. And we tell them all the time to just watch the games. Like, don't take your opinions from NBA Twitter critics. I think in this case, like, there's a similar like sentiment on that front.
I do think it's a little bit different though. Because also you're talking about people who have never seen, like they've seen basketball, they got off of basketball, they're trying to get back into basketball, right? I think that's a difference that as compared to like something wholeheartedly new. This is a concept I've never seen before. This is something totally different. Sure, these may be some familiar faces heading the charge, but at the same time, this is different than anything I've ever watched before, quote unquote.
But if that's the case, okay, if it has an actor you're interested in, if the premise from the trailer seemed interesting, that should be up to you to be like, okay, bet I'm going to spend my time and money to go see this product and I'm going to judge it. It just doesn't make sense to me to say to yourself, all right, bet, there's somebody whose job it is to critique something. Like their job is to sit there and nitpick if they can. Now, if the product is so good that they can't nitpick, then they're going to give it a good review. But you basing that, I seen somebody in the chat, I don't even buy a book without reading a review. You're an idiot. Bro, everyone watches things differently. Like we can see different things. We can have different outcomes to a movie. For Sinners, me and you, we sat here and talked about our experience watching Sinners, and we would give two drastically different reviews. You would give it at the time of first watching it, you would have gave it raving reviews. I'd have gave it a good review. People should go
There's
out and
positivity in that review though. Like that's what
but what if you're okay, I'm just using us as an example. What about there was somebody who didn't like Sinners and they gave a review? You seen the review of the person that didn't like Sinners.
Plethora of people, and I know you're saying the professionals. These are like the other side is just people who happen to have a Rotten Tomatoes account. I get what you're saying, Damo. You could end up seeing one person have a bad review on Sinners. That person would be the minority compared to everyone else having this thing. I think that just the idea of like dismissing it in totality, I don't think anybody really does that. And I would challenge that even beyond movies and music. If you go buy a car, if you go buy some shoes, if you go buy a piece of technology, we're not consuming no reviews.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think reviews actually do matter a lot for things that we spend money on. I think that's probably why the NBA analogy is bad. Because we're not spending money to, I mean, you could, but like we're watching the games. But like when it comes to shit that we're spending our hard-earned cash on, like I would be lying to y'all if like I wasn't watching all the iPhone reviews when the iPhone came out. You know what I'm saying? Even this past weekend I was buying hotels or buying I was looking for a hotel.
My nigga rich.
All right. Yeah, I was looking for a hotel and like, the reviews definitely mattered. I seen a review that said 50%. I'm on to the next one. I saw another one that said 80 out of 100. Okay, let's look at this one.
Maybe I'm just talking as a person who don't give a fuck about reviews. I just don't care. When I buy stuff, I don't typically look at reviews. Some things I might do a little scouting on. I'm not necessarily looking at reviews, but I'm looking at, and I'm comparing this to, I don't know, buying a game. I'm going to see how the game plays for myself, or I'm going to see how things is looking. I'm going to see what people are saying. But at the end of the day, if I like it, I'm going to get it. If I don't, I'm not. When it comes to products, I'm not going to hold you. I don't look at reviews for products that I buy. If I want it, I'm going to get it. If I don't want it, not going to buy it. It's that simple. If I'm getting a hotel, huh?
How do you know if you want it?
Because I'm a grown man. If it sounds like I want it, I'm going to get it. I want some shoes. I like these shoes. I'm going to get these shoes. If I want a new phone, I like this phone, I'm gonna get this phone.
How do you? I'm saying you said you like this phone. How do you know you like this phone?
It look cool. They say it got cool camera. It pretty color.
It's very simple camera. Is that not a review?
That's not a review.
That's about the advertising.
The advertising is they have this whatever HD Galaxy blah 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 camera. Oh, new camera. Let's fuck with it. I guess I don't know, but. I mean, I'm Mr. XR phone, so maybe the phone thing was a bad take. But
what about like when you're getting DoorDash like from local restaurants? You don't look at reviews?
Hell no. That? Look at the food.
Amazon product, you don't look at reviews for?
Hell no. If I'm on Amazon and I type in what I want, I'm gonna get what I want. I I'm not just window shopping on Amazon. I'm not just coming across
Y'all too.
things
Y'all
for you.
This is crazy.
You live
not
life
doing
on you live life on the edge.
I'm not gonna
Okay.
lie. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I mean, even staying towards TV, because my job is to watch these animes that chat throws at the wall, right? I don't go out there and look for Afro Senju or C-Reacts or whatever YouTubers, professional anime watchers or reactors per se opinion on the show. But I do have a Twitter account. And I do see as the algorithm here's the show that I mentioned for the day, it's going to pop in on my TL. And if I see 100 tweets and half of them calling it mid, the other half calling it peak, I at least know the show is now polarizing. And if I know the show is now at least polarizing, then when I watch the trailer for myself or watch episode 1 for myself, I will then make my own deduction. So I'm with Damo a little bit in the sense I don't let things sway me per se, but I more so do agree with Bezos and Omar in the sense of there ain't no way that I just don't like look at them like you know what I'm saying? Because I definitely when I buy a car and you show me a picture on CarMax, I'm like yeah, who's selling me this car? Like for everyone who's selling me this car, I need someone to at least know who's selling me this car, or I need at least some statistical data on you in regards. So maybe CarMax would be the review itself, right? Or some of the Carfax, I'm sorry, would be the review itself or something. I need some data on something before I make a level of a purchase. I do think if movies hypothetically were free, or if you watch them in a free way, then that's where this conversation gets extremely different. I might be on Damo's side because, for example, I'm hardcore against this with music. I do think it's corny that people wait for the act tweet of how much an album sold. Okay, this album was fire. I think that's extremely corny. So it's about the fact that we spending our money on it. To be honest.
I just want to clarify because I'm reading the chat and people are like, nah, this is a bit, nah. I want y'all, I'm being 100% honest. I can call my girl and you ask. We have arguments about this all the time because she's misreview. Gang, I don't read reviews. Like I don't read reviews for places. If there's a new restaurant, I'm just gonna try the food. Like if
case in point, my fault. Sorry,
go ahead.
But like when new restaurant, let's say right now, y'all got the women's out there. You want to take a girl on a date and you want to go to a new restaurant. How do y'all go about it? Do y'all look on TikTok?
I'm not going to a new restaurant.
You're not going to a new restaurant. Or like
I'm not taking a new date to a new restaurant.
This is why I had hugs in second grade. Let's say you want to go to a new restaurant. Whatever the case may be, you want to go to a new restaurant. How would you go about finding said and deciding on said new restaurant? Would it not be reviews, or would you just like scroll? This plate looks cool.
Oh no, deadass. Because I've recently done this to find new restaurants. Now I'll go on TikTok, new restaurant or trendy restaurant or popular, whatever it is, restaurant in Charlotte or Salisbury. Look, top 5 places you gotta eat at. Number 5, Chattabonga. What's Chattabonga? Type in Chattabonga. Oh, seafood, babe. You want seafood? It's a new seafood spot. Fuck it, let's try it.
And that's the question. Is that a review? Yeah, I would call that a review. I would call that a review.
That's why I'm.
Is that not a review? What the fuck?
Yeah, I would call that a review.
I'm not.
I don't think that's a review.
But it is. Like that's them reviewing.
Is that a review?
Yes, that's them putting it in order.
I would think a review is them explaining or detailing about the place or telling you about the food.
I would argue is a review.
That's a review then, I guess, but I don't think that's a review.
The way I would do it says, yeah, I would go see, and I think that this is like even to Marlon Wayans' point. This review is not my end all be all, because I also know this about reviews, which brings me to the next thing. People review things unfairly, like they just do, right? And reviews lack a lot of context. Now, I can critically think, right? So, same situation with the restaurant. If I see a bunch of 1-star reviews, only 1-star reviews, I understand. The restaurant's probably bad. But I see some 1-star reviews sprinkled in with some 4s and some 5s and some 3s. Hey, I understand that even my favorite restaurant that I like, Big Daddy's, the restaurant, some days it's a 5, some days it is a 1, right? So I understand that. But I can take a lot of the information that they have, pictures of the food, reviews, TikTok stuff, and put like just my own contextual mind behind it, and then go ahead and decide to move on there. Because I don't like, again, this is the conversation about review culture. I don't like channels like CinemaSins or what's the Critical Drinker. that one drunk guy that be doing the reviews on movies and stuff like that, or awful coaching. I think all of those people are like bad faith in their arguments, and I
I
get
don't
that.
even think those are reviewers. Those are just grifters at that point.
But that's what the review game is, though. Like, there's some grift to the review game. But people think that those people are reviewers and they'll base their music movie opinions based off of those people.
That's fair. I mean, I think there's a healthy balance of like taking in a review and also having your own opinion. I don't think you have to be on the extreme of one end or another.
By the way, Chad, I'll pick a side right now. Some of y'all are saying that's not a review, that's a suggestion or recommendation. Both are synonymous with reviews. You are stupid, and I'm down with that. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not the smartest guy. Sometimes my durag's too tight, but holy shit. Some of y'all just said some BS, bro. A suggestion and a recommendation is a positive review. Y'all are crazy. Y'all are insane, bro.
And I mean, ultimately, like, you know,
my God.
Marlon Wayans, you made your movie is something that you're gonna stick on, and you're right about these things becoming classics or whatever.
You just can't say for every movie. That's my thing.
Objectively speaking, like those movies aren't good movies. Like, they're not good movies.
Yeah, they're just culture. They're not.
Yeah, I would argue that Don't Be a Menace to Society is not a good drinking
Soul
juice.
Plane's a -10.
That's not.
Well, I'm just saying for like any future release that he has, he can't always be like, I mean, go see it for yourself. I mean, he could, but
yeah, it
it's
would
not
be
really a bad
PR.
movie. You just, it's in the eye of the beholder. Like,
Can I say something about before I go? I want to say something about this because I've seen it happen twice now. The last 2 movies, I've shot a 3 based on the fact that a good actor was in it. It happened with Taraji P. and Straw, and it's definitely with Marlon Wayans in this movie. You can be a great actor with a bad role, gang. Marlon Wayans, if anything, showed me that he doesn't have to always be funny. This is a role where he has, I guess, some jokes in it, but he's good in this movie. He's, in fact, damn near great in this movie, considering what his role in the movie was. I just think the plot's really stupid, and I think the payoff's really stupid. But he did his job well, so I could understand him being a little tight about it because he acted pretty damn well.
Can I ask? And I learned he was a great he could actually do a serious role without being funny. Watching Bel Air, him in Bel Air was pretty good. I was like, I'm not used to seeing him in a serious role, but I digress. What makes a good comedy movie or a good parody movie then, Omar? If you're saying that White Chicks and Don't Be a Menace aren't good movies, are you just saying, oh, they won't be quote unquote good movies, but they will be a good movie for their genre? I think White Chicks is a good comedy movie. I think Don't Be a Menace is a good parody movie.
Are you asking what makes a?
Well, I'm more so asking, are you just saying they're not good quote unquote movies, or are you saying they're not even good movies for what their genre is?
The satirical kind of movies.
Yeah, I'd probably say that they're not like good quote unquote movies. Even for a comedy movie, like, it's probably funny. The acting was bad though. Like, the acting in the movie is fairly bad. And then I also would think that like layering joke on top of joke is not like the best. But also, even when I was that age, it was just like oh, this is funny because like he's a man dressed like a woman that's white type shit. I don't know. Even from that era, because White Chicks, if I'm not mistaken, came out around the same time as 40-Year-Old Virgin. I just think that's a much better movie, and it's comedy. White Chicks came out in 2004. Which one do you think is a better movie, White Chicks or 40-Year-Old Virgin?
I think 40-Year-Old Virgin is a better movie. Me personally, I think White Chicks is a better comedy movie.
Definitely seeing White Chicks again first.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know comedy movies though, so.
Not a comedy. I'm not a comedy. I'm lying. I am a comedy guy. I actually love comedy.
Yeah. Now, I'm not. Again, somebody's saying White Chicks is way better than 40-Year-Old Virgin. Not saying that, Jades. 40-Year-Old Virgin is a better movie, hands down. It's a better movie.
I've never seen 40-Year-Old Virgin though. So
I'm gonna say, yeah, like 40-Year-Old Virgin is a better movie. I think White Chicks is a better comedy movie though.
If I go into a movie theater thinking this is about to be hilarious and you are funnier, I'll say you're a better movie, quote, quote, but I know objectively who has better acting and better stories and shit like that.
Let me ask, do y'all also, because I think that this is the other thing that I have. I probably have an issue with how Marlon went about doing this. And that's a different thing that's going on now. But also I get it because movies take a little bit more effort and more energy. So um I wouldn't have responded. Like I put out a 9 out of 10 today. And I didn't make a tweet saying like, yo, even though this is a 9 out of 10, you gotta see it for yourself, gang. You gotta, if you just watch it for yourself. I just don't like the way that he responded.
All right.
Probably a project that he put a lot of time and effort into, and seeing it being publicly shitted on, I mean, it doesn't feel good. So
Yeah, I respect it. I just think that it shouldn't be a pattern. That's where I'll sit and be on your side. If he continually does, as Soul said, nah, think about it. If every time a movie is badly perceived, here comes Marlon Wayans reminding you to just go see the movie. It's just not it's gonna lower the interest to see the movie, especially if most of the time your name's turning around. It's because you're defending one of your movies. Shouldn't have to keep defending your movies. Getting good ones.
Watch it for yourself, gang.
But he was good. Final note. He was good. Movie mid. But see it for yourself if you don't trust my do-rag being too tight.
Watch my 9 out of 10 video. Make something that makes me want to watch it. Even I personally wasn't even impressed by the trailer, but that's just me. Because also the trailer was very vague and there was a deer. And I was like, oh, okay.
It's probably too late for the clip, but like I just hope that like when we have that review discussion, there's not a lot of y'all that watch reviews hoping they agree with you either. Because then that is like a weird thing too, right? Like if we watch a basketball game or if I watch an anime and I say it's mid Damo's or Bezos introduced the football and he thinks Lamar Jackson is mid. Hopefully the way that you guys look at reviewers isn't that you all want them to say the exact same thing. Because then that's just at that point you get down a lay down culture starts.
I am for the whole just message of like critically think. I think that's especially nowadays. So if that's what Marlon Wayans was ultimately trying to push for, fine with me.
Yeah, if there was more opportunities, if I could like, and maybe it'll be on my streaming service that I paid $10 a month for soon, so that's fine. If I could rent it from Blockbuster, or if there was like $1 movie, and ultimately it's not even just about him too. I could just imagine this being in other conversations. If they came out and was like, "Yo, bro, I know what they saying about the new iPhone, but go buy it for yourself." Gang, that thing is $1,700 for the base model. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not doing
That's what I
that.
think. Money pays.
Yeah, money does change it. I don't care what nobody says. Money does change it for me.